back to the studio. Gentlemen in the studio, of course, as we know, part of the local government elections is already taking place today. I think Akwa Ibom, Rivers, Jigawa, Benue, to have the local government elections. Of course, we know that this election is one of which so many people have been looking forward to, and there's been a whole lot of controversies in some key states, especially when it comes to River State. Yes, I think mostly in River State, but generally, how do we see what's our reaction to the conduct? I mean, we've had some other states have their election done last month and all. What's our reaction to the conduct so far?
I'm surprised you are pretending to be naming all these elections. I don't kid myself. These are no elections.
What are they called?
They are shenanigans.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Why did you say so?
Because this as I earlier mentioned to you, these aren't people oriented. These are mockery of democracy. And I wonder what Dan Suleiman in the grave will be thinking, what Ibrahim Adesanya will be thinking, how he will be feeling, what about Macaulay, Enahoro, Fariwani. People who suffer, the Imodu who protested against the colonial master, who down to as labor leaders. What would they be thinking of what is playing now? We are making mockery of ourselves, and we seem to be okay, and we seem arrogant and ignorant. We can't continue with all this. It is democracy, it is election, as you put it. Why would PDP win a PDP state, control state, win all the seats of the local government? Why would our APC state, control state, win all the local government? So I don't kid myself, as I said, until we see what people died for. There was a time in this country, the popular song was, "How many people soldier go kill?" I don't know if you were aware, if you witnessed. See, most streets there used to be littered with corpses. So what happens to the spirits of those? So this isn't what they died for, and that's why I keep saying that. Look, the lead actor in this dispensation today was also a key player. So that also even make the whole situation more absurd. We shouldn't be experiencing such. A governor leaving a government house 1 a.m. It happened in Edo State. You have to go to court. Then it's almost happening here. Someone is sitting in Abuja and pulling the strings in the rivers. Is that what you call election? Over to you, Mr.
All right, so let's have Mr. Bio's reaction. Do you also feel it is not an election?
My colleague has said it all, but I will just add.
So you agree it's not an election?
I completely agree with him, 100%. If there's any other thing, I will add. But let me just add one or two things. Like my friend once told me that, you are always talking. Why not join politics and then
make a change?
I now answered him. I said, how do you want to make a change? In the way the legal framework of our elections, electoral law is, how do you want to make a change? The only thing that can make you to change is changing you to be a slave master to these people, and then dance to their tune. After that, you plead with them. Maybe you have somebody give him a slot, but don't think nothing is of merit in Nigerian electoral. Once this electoral system is, nothing comes with merit, nothing. So on the issue of the Supreme Court giving a judgment on local government, we agree the judgment has been given. You had the governor of it.
We welcomed it.
You welcome it. Okay. The engineer Seyi Makinde, did you hear what he said? That it's not supposed to be that way, and that they should should allow local government to still be under the whims and their caprices of the government. So what is system of democracy according to Ebi Dicey? A system of democracy, a federal system of democracy, a system of government that shares power within its component units. What are the component units? The states and the local government. The independence of a local government chairman is as strong as the state governors. In the United States, for example, where they practice a federal system. The president is on his own. The local, I have seen where the mayor of New York was lampooning a governor in New York. Yes, I will not mention him. You should Google it. Lampooning a governor and then putting him straight on issues of national importance. Okay, so here you can't do that. Why? You say you have given a verdict on the law. What is the challenges of this law? Fayose said that given what the Supreme Court has said, the local government will still be under the caprice of the governor. That nothing will change. But is it saying the truth or not? It's saying the truth. You are still going to be nominating. The party democracy is the worst in the whole thing. You know law. You know you have the law. You have the power with you, but you don't want to do it. But you promise heaven and earth. And then why did you see them fighting for somebody that will becoming a Senate president and somebody that becoming a speaker? Why are they not allowing democracy to flow in that chamber to pick the best of them instead of the best of their interest? There's a two different things. So when you see the Saraki and the president, when they are on their ways, it is because they feel that what the president was doing was all right. There was a time the Joint National Assembly sat to warn the president, the former President Buhari, because of the way he was doing. There was this time in this country, Punch decided to call the government of Buhari regime. The same thing goes on to this president that knows the truth. When he was not there as the president, he was telling us the truth. He was even thinking on his. Go and Google it. There was a time he was saying that he's supporting regional government. What is the problem of this country? Because the crops of leaders that we have, according to Chinua Achebe, are the reason we are where we are. The professor has said it all. The crops of leaders Nigeria has was as a result of what we are now. In the trouble with Nigeria, he wrote that book in 1983. So look at everything. You don't need a soothsayer to tell you what can you do for. You know, they called me last week. I was speaking on a Rainbow FM. I told them, I said, if they want this country to be good, you know, everybody wants to find themselves in power, but they want you as an expert with PhD or MSc come and suggest it to them, and then they will do it. They don't want you to be there and then know what is exactly inside internally and see how to plan and marshal your plan, execute your plan that will affect people. I was suggesting, I said, if I am the president, what I will do first is to regionalize my meeting with all the 777 local governments, because the people are not feeling any impact of the president at the local government level. So the anchor Moyo laughed at me and said, Shegun, so we are going to be. I said, I have done my research and I know what the president can do. Having meeting regionally with all the 777 local government and thinking of what to do with them. In the words of Nelson Mandela and John Major, when he told British Prime Minister that the minister should rather think of what to do with the people, with the government of South Africa, and think less of what to do for them. These are things we should know. They have the resources. Think what to do with them. They have the resources. They have the money. You have Minister of Agriculture. What aspect can you do directly with the local government chairman that can give food to the people, the rural people? What is the roads that we need? These are the things we are talking about. And the leadership instrument, you will know that there's a law. This lacuna in this law is missing. Why not do it? Why not fix it? The local government you are talking about. The reason why they turn local government to their foot is because of the fact that they don't want it to exist. They want everybody, their stooge, to always be there. And they will just call, my friend, this is what I want to do. And he will not have another choice to dance with that tune. Because he knew once he refuses, he leaves that place.
Okay. So of course, so the whole local government autonomy, issue was to allow the local governments to, be on their own, to be independent. But just as Sally has said, looking at the elections and how for the states that have their government elections, looking at how it has been run, it's quite obvious that that independency might not really still work out. Do you feel the same way too?
The same way.
And do we really? Is there ever going to? Are they ever going to be independent? I'll put it down.
Yes. Let me quickly.
Looking at the fact that there's still interference.
As long as political offices remain the most viable enterprise, you can't be in any private business and possibly depending on what they end. So there will be do or die factor. What we are witnessing in Rivers is do or die affair. Now, as long as that is what gives the biggest reward into this Nigerian project, there will be do or die. Someone won't be able to sleep at 1 a.m. Because someone in Rivers and someone in Abuja, they are fighting over the loot. You understand? As I said, it isn't about people's welfare, unfortunately. Now, how do you really comprehend with the fact that the poverty rate keeps increasing, never decreased? And this is democracy. That ought to be government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Which of them is working there? How do you comprehend with the fact that unemployment ratio has always been on the upward, trajectory? So, what is the problem with us that people would prefer to rather die vying for political office here than going into the private businesses? So, someone who was a nobody yesterday suddenly shows up and becomes a billionaire because he was a councillor. Then we need to interrogate the process we are running. What exactly is wrong with us? Is it because we are stupid? Is it because we lack the will? But I go with the fact that we lack the will to emancipate, the deliberate will to emancipate ourselves, the people, to make sure we have less armed robbers on the highway, less kidnappers. You understand? It is Costa Rica doesn't even have a national army. They don't have military. But when last did you see kind of a war or violent riots in Costa Rica? How much do we budget for defense here? Has it reduced anything? We've killed hundreds and thousands of kidnappers and robbers. Have they reduced? If they haven't reduced, why do they keep increasing? So are we stupid enough to provide solutions to that look, if something is not reducing but increasing, why is this increasing? When I was in a primary school, you didn't have to have a textbook. There was a shelf at the front of the classroom. The teacher would ask, how many of you didn't have this? You raise your hand. From there, bring out what was the revenue then? What is the revenue today? Why is it that it is no longer possible? Why are we not interrogating all this? So it is not for the free education. It is not for the affordable health that they are fighting for in Rivers, in Edo, in Jigawa, whatever. It is for selfish interest. So, and how long can this continue?
All right. And still in Rivers, we could see that in this fight, the judiciary seems to be, I don't know if I'll call it a weapon, or seems to be in the game that is being played out there.
The judiciary,
with the conflicting court
orders. The judiciary, it is still what we have said earlier regarding the judiciary, trying to make them independent. There was a time the JACON people, Judicial Association of Nigeria, they fought asking that they should allow them have independent, generate money for themselves as an arm of government.
About the election.
I'm still coming there.
Okay.
You know, these are the challenges we are talking about. We should be able to nail on that challenges so that we would know where our problem is coming from.
Right.
So independent of the judiciary, I make reference to JACON strike action and then coming back eventually. But yet, many states have not given independent to judiciary today. You know, give them free and they are not. And they would like, you can imagine governor buying cars for judicial officers. Is that not a way of trying to give them PR? And then the next thing you tell them, please, this is the way I want this judgment to straight. Now, you go to the judiciary, you pay. Normally, they should be independent. If you are bringing up a case, you set an amount. Judiciary should set all those things in administration to have a viable arm of government. And then you are coming to coming up with a litigation as a lawyer. This is the amount you are going to pay. So they can generate money independently so that the judgment will be fair without any favor. Generating money themselves and then appropriating money for them through the third arm so that the checks and balance we are talking about will be in routine and will be fair. And then we, the people, we will enjoy it. Not for them to be dictating which one is the law, which one is not. The reverse thing we are talking about. The complete judgment is as a result of what you have just said it earlier. The governor was a victim because of one person, you know, one man beating the drum in the bush, and then somebody is dancing outside. You begin to wonder who is beating the drum. This is exactly what's happening, and that is the reason why even they are using judiciary as instrument too. If not, why would the police first of all issue a statement to say that they are not going to allow the election to hold? The public relations of Rivers State said that, wrote it in a statement that was sent to us, and then we published. Later, the National Public Force Public Relations of Adejobi said that they are not going to be part of the election, but they would play their role constitutionally as is securing rights and properties of the people. But they are going with the judgment that says the police should not be part of it. So the police only have right not to be part of it, but do not have right to stop the election. That is a state whose sovereignty lies with the people and the governor that they have elected. Are you getting my? So the governor came in anger to tell you that where in the judgment, in all the judgment you are putting and you are going against, the judgment says you should not allow elections. He says don't. The only thing I'm quoting the governor now, the governor of Rivers State. What's his name now? Fubara. He says, like Fubara said, the judgment read that the police should be part of it, and then they should not. The INEC should not give the material. That was never did he says in all the content of the communication that they should not allow election to hold. No, not.
But who conduct the election?
The state rec. The state rec. In a normal climate, the state government should be the one to do that. But we are seeing that the process too is emerged in option. So Nigerians are now clamoring. This is what Tinubu should have done for us. To say now who the youth conference said he wants to call. We don't need youth conference. We need practical solution to challenges we are facing this week. And he knows. If he doesn't know, Pedro is a brilliant economist. He had a lot of brilliant people there. But because for want of being economical with the truth, according to what Professor Walika used to say, that is why we are finding ourselves this way. Everybody wants to go to the center, according to my colleague, want to get everything because they have made that place a conduit pipe for hitting billions. And that's why you see people like under siege, where you see people wanting to rush in, and some are just easing out, some are rushing in. But you that are even easing out, you are getting something out of it too. You are not coming empty-handed. That is Nigerian's context in situation. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. So the elections, the local government elections are still ongoing as we speak, and Galaxy will definitely be bringing up to speed as to the activities going on in those local governments. Thank you so much, Mr. Olusegun Ario, the editor of An Express News. Thank you so much for being with me. And thank you so much to Mr. Inuma Oshomole, who is the publisher frontpage.com.ng, and also the assistant, GPAN General Secretary. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
All right, and thank you so much to our viewers as well that were part of the program. My name is Nenwarangi Nazaka, doing for the Digital Center Station here in Galaxy TV. For more interesting conversations, as for now, goodbye.